She has S3. We gotta hope we get that counterattack this time. She has a debuff. She has a debuff. It does additional damage to the debuff units.
Now, don't be a wuss.
What it do, guys? Today we got a GVG, or so I hope so, because I'm pretty sure you guys played it a little early in the morning. There's like a little small maintenance, but I'm hoping that's fixed. So in that time, we're gonna be yapping, and I'll put a time skip. You guys want to skip ahead to the GVG, but we're gonna be talking about Aria, Robin, they just showcased, and also we're talking about the units that I want to get buffed that's coming out on Friday. I'll give you guys some units that I want to see buffed, because I don't see them at all, and or I feel like they need a buff. But first up, let's look at Aria, because I think her kit's kind of interesting. All right, we'll be looking at Aria real quick, her skills and stuff like that, and I give you my quick thoughts. It's gonna be pretty quick because this video might be long AF if I'm just yapping for the first 10-20 minutes. So you guys, like I said, you guys can skip ahead if you really want to. I like that she just punches this poor girl out of the wall. And those Shiba Inus. Is it called Shiba Inus? I like that she just punches people outside of like the walls. All right, so first up is her skill 2 to give increase 100% soul burn consumption. So I want you guys to tell me what did this mean, unless I'm reading it wrong, unless I'm not understanding it. But when I see 100% soul burn consumption, does that mean that they need 40 souls? If something costs 2 souls, right? Do that mean they need 4 souls in order to use it? Or do that mean if somebody bring like a whole wide range of books, right, that when they use 2 soul burns, it will take up 4 instead of 2. It's practically the same thing, but I'm assuming that instead of 2 soul burns, it'll cost 4, and then instead of 1, it'll cost 2. And also at the start of the battle, she can increase time of readiness proportion to the max HP. We don't know the scale to this, but I'm assuming that 20,000 would be 200 effect res. Please let it be 200 effect res at 20,000 HP, because that will make scaling effect res so much easier for characters, because scaling effect res is butt cheeks. And also, when the caster is not afflicted with a debuff, so at the start of the battle, everybody gains an additional 25% combat readiness if she's not still. But so, and by the way, for you guys that are new, well, it's 40% by the way. So she gains 40% to everybody, including herself. So on top of having effect res from her max HP, she also counts for all allies. So she gains an additional 40% like effect res. So she could be at 20,000. She could be at like, I don't know, 240 effect res. She could literally be unbuffable, except for the thing that ignore effect res. But this is a sick passive, even though ML Luna could just soul burn it. But I think she'll need 4. Like, I actually want to know how this works out. So let me know. S2, baby, is the thing where it gets a little interesting, because aggressive barrier to all allies for 2 turns, and it penetrates defense stacking up to what's 30% plus 30%? Penetration stacking up to 2 times. The sensitive attack always critical hits. So we got another person that you don't need to build a crit, like the old Aria need crit chance, and then crit damage, and also effect res, and HP, and defense. And you might want some speed, so you can actually get your S3 off, but you don't need it this time. But also attack, because you also scale with defense and attack. So they actually learned from the old Aria, and actually made Daria. I'm gonna call her Daria, because I feel like DP. I don't want to say DP Aria. I also don't want to say DPA. I'm gonna call her Daria. I'm gonna call her Daria, because I think they learned from the old Aria and made Daria way better. And the fact that she now has a guaranteed crit chance. Speaking of that, Aria might get buffed. I wouldn't mind it, in all honesty. If they're bringing back effect res, let Aria get buffed. Take away her, make her guaranteed crit. Just change her whole kit around. Actually, just scrap the whole thing. Change her whole kit around. Make her guaranteed crit so you get crit damage. And then the amount of defense also scales with her effect res. Make it like this Aria. Make it 1-to-1 to both Arias, where they can just interchangeable like that. That would be honestly amazing. And her S1, attack and combat rating is by 15%. Increase combat rating by 15% when Purge is on cooldown. When her S3 is on cooldown, activate disciplinary action as an extra attack. Damage dealt increase with proportion to the caster's max health. Disciplinary action attack effectively injuries, accessible attack. Always reserved as a critical hit, so you don't need to build crit damage. Damage dealt increase proportional to the caster's max HP. Here's the thing, I'm not going to be building her on a counter, because I think this video has her on a counter, which I think will activate disciplinary action, right? And let's see here real quick. I think she counters here, right? Yeah. Oh, she activated even through a counter? That's actually pretty dope. Being me, and I don't have a counter set like I do Revenge, and her S3 is on cooldown. I mean, is up, so she doesn't do the extra from counterattack. And being like the person that I am, I don't have a good counter set. Even there's a HUD event, but I do have a good Revenge and Injury. So we'll try for that. All right, next up, Robin. So here's the girl everybody wanted, Robin, and she got the Uzis in the back alleyway. Which, in all honesty, I saw her kid. I think she's way better than the previous Rift unit that came out as a fire unit, which I also think needs a buff. So her skill 3 is say hello to my little friend, tackle enemy with a secret weapon, extend the buff duration, extend the duration of debuffs except for those which prevent movement by 1 turn. Before an 85% chance to inflict decrease for 2 turns. Already better than Kane. When this skill is not on cooldown, so when it's up, at the start of an ally's extra turn, and grant swift action to the caster, increase combat radius. So she works with Renact, obviously, which is honestly great. Also, soul burns at the end of the turn, detonate bleeds and burns inflicted. Oh, I was curious of why she didn't detonate, because like, at a part of this video, she did her S3 and whatnot, but she didn't detonate the burns. I was wondering why it didn't detonate. So you soul burn and you detonate it. Bloop. God, her, Shuri, boop. God, I can't wait till Shuri and her just run rampant in RTA. Her S2 attack enemy with a grenade launcher dispel 2 buffs, so if they have immunity, you have a good chance. She has good effectiveness also. And a chance to deflect 3 burns for 1 turn. By the way, it's 100% chance to deflect burns, so they can get 15% it. Knowing the game, I hate the game. Everything will get 15% it. And increased cover rate is about 50%. And our S1 has a 100% chance to deflect bleed for 2 turns, by the way. There's not many characters that deflect bleeds for 2 turns. I think the only one, well, not me, but it's Haste, Dingo, with his S1, it was like a 50% chance. And then there's also Kane that deflect bleeds, but he needed to be enraged. Which, please buff Kane. Also, when I saw this artifact, I was like, I could finally have an artifact for ML Shuri, because right now he's on Guiding Light. And I was like, I don't have any good artifact to put on him. I don't want to put Goodwill on him just because it's not fully maxed out and stuff like that. But increased effectiveness for ML Shuri is going to be great, because he's already like 150 or something like that. And then after attack, it don't say a single target or AoE specifically. It just says after attacking. So you can use AoE. You have a 100% chance to deflect burn on target for 1 turn. So you can put additional burns on his S3. Beautiful. Also, I do like this music, by the way. Shackle of Anxiety. It's always been my favorite since, what was this, episode 2 or 3? I could check it out. It's in my favorites in the E7 when they put the music player in. But I was like, wow, this is actually really good. I think this was during Ada. Or it was like, I think it was chapter 3. But I'm glad they're using it more often. But yeah, after Renact does her thing, she brings out the grenade launcher. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And I'm glad they're showing the team that's running amok in RTA, not RTA, but Arena, Alienaf and I forgot her name, Arunka. But here's the thing, why did they bring AOL? If they really wanted to, they could have brought Shuri just to really showcase. But I know most won't have Shuri, but most won't bring AOL just because, or most people won't have a Bilsa Ufine. But this is honestly good. They could have brought anybody else, but unless they're showing you that all you need is Renact and Robin to just kill this team by themselves and just bring 2 extras. That's probably what they was doing, showing you the 2 extras. But it's honestly good that if you don't want a sober Robin, you'll have a sober. She just increased the buff duration, which will, if you have Shuri slower, she will extend the buff duration of burns, will make Shuri pop on for 4 turns. And he usually have like 4 or 5k attack, and they're just gonna die. I can't wait to play with Robin and Shuri. And probably Carrot too. But this is also the new riff, by the way. I have them all built. But it sucks that Kane is not included. It sucks that Kane is so, he has to have a buff at least. And since you're gonna be putting on this auto, the units won't be using soul burns naturally, so. And our Mytha got changed a while ago where she doesn't detonate burns anymore. Unless you put the E on her. This is good. I don't know if I'm gonna bring Charlotte. I do have Charlotte built on triple Taurus set, but I might just bring like FCC, not FCC, but Fire CC. I don't know if you need debuffs. I don't know if you need fire debuffs specifically, but this is good. This is good. Let's quickly get to the units that I want to see buff, and hopefully that GVG maintenance is down or over, up. You know what I'm trying to say. All right, we're gonna be looking for at least one character from each element because I'm pretty sure. I don't know how this battle plan. It could be like one battle plan. Like, hey, we already put Kid Aiden in there and Fenris, but we reduced Fenris, so you guys don't get that no more. But we'll be looking at only 5 stars. So I'm gonna give a quick, you know, who I think should get buffed, and I might just go off a tangent. But all right, start off as an Astromancer Elena because I have her, and I very rarely see her at all, even though she doesn't really have that much of a use in game. Well, her use is that the enemy cannot counterattack. She's kind of like Sinji, except that it's one-sided for her. But the thing is, you need to have the Star Blessing, and she starts with it. And if you happen to get unbuffable, because she's usually slower and whatnot, right? She usually don't get to have it on because she don't build effect res. And mine is on a counter Rose Hergata. Rose Hergata, that's what she's on. The good thing is she does acquire 10 souls, so that's pretty great. But I feel like they should add more to her ability to survive. She can't survive at all. I feel like either take away what the characters have granted Star Blast and give it a Cindy treatment where she just have the enemy heroes cannot counterattack. So I could go my counter Elena for no reason. And make this that, hey, if she has this up, she takes some reduced damage. Or reduced additional damage. Or unless they give it her EE, I don't know. But I feel like the restricted and unhillable doesn't really add much to the other characters that come out, like Litica, they put restrict. Robin, that's about to put burns and pop you. You got Bihu that put burns. You got etc. etc. And Silverblade are a method that drop a huge meteor and actually burns you. On top of that, S1 also, when a target has a debuff, increased damage dealt. The damage dealt is pretty much practical to a race set. She get a 30% increased damage when they have a debuff. I don't know, I feel like she just needs a little bit more protection and some more debuffs. Or just something more to her kit. Or something more to the Star Bless. The critical hit damage. Or just make this better. I don't know. She feels weak. Honorable mention, Art Attack Leica. I feel like they could definitely change this. Make her resist penetration. Just let her go through penetration. Let her go through ML Elena, right? Let her be that if they have a target. Not many characters have target. Her, Mui with an S1, Wanda, etc. Well, Ella goes. He's like the only one that's being practically used. That is still single target. There's no AoE target units in the game, and you kind of need target orders to deal damage. So let her get some more stuff. Tekron, he's too weak. Just make him scale with HP. The fixed damage, he get blocked by FCC. Also, he needs Fighting Spirit, which we will never cap up because usually everybody have a C Politis. 2 counterattacks just get stripped off because everything no effect res. Fighting Spirit takes forever because he usually never builds it. Renak can just steal his attack over HP, and Renak can just kill him for how fast she is. She does 7,000 fixed damage. He does 1,500 when he gets max eventually. By the time he get his full max, he probably would have died from true damage from Renak and the other characters. And that's one doesn't really do too much. I say just make him scale with HP so we don't gotta build crit chance or crit damage on him. Actually, let's see what heal rating. What people look like with him. Yeah, look at this. Like, he don't have much HP. They have no idea how to fix it, so they made him to an S3 bot. Like, 20,000 HP. He don't have that much damage. Still bad. S1s now have no damage. Go full bulk. HP, defense res, remove all crit stats. And it's like, they have to do something with this character. And they made Chloe just because. I feel like if she should get that thing where if your allies is not, damn, I just noticed it with Aria and her 40% effect res on top of 20. You have a full effect res ring on everybody. 60% effect res would make Chloe and her. How about whenever your allies are not debuffed, she gains combat readiness? That sounds amazing, actually. All right, let's look for the dark because I've been on the lights for too long. I like Apex Robbie. I wish I had her, but the game decided not to give her. I feel like since injuries coming around with Kid Aiden and stuff like that, I feel like increase her injury or just make her like Elena, where if you soul burn or something like that, You do damage proportion to the injury amount. And just increase her damage dealt on her S3. Why not? Let's let Aria get another time to shine. She's a really cool character. I just like the giant axe. I actually just like the giant axe. It's a really cool axe. Crescent Moon Bellona. She has a very long time to ramp up. So whenever she attacks, she gains 10% increased attack. Attack with her 5 times, that's 20 times. You know, the fighting spirit is fine at all. I'm not too worried about that. But I feel like they should do the thing where Crescent Moon or, you know, Daria has where if her S3 is not on cooldown or is on cooldown, she increased vigor or something like that. Or better yet, why not give it an ML Ken treatment where she starts with vigor at the start of the match. So you can decide if you want to go immunity for S1 or you want to use her S3. And if you happen to kill, everybody gets it. Because I barely ever use her S3. I mainly just use her for her S1 to keep immunity on her. And then there's a soul burn. But I can see Crescent Moon Bellona definitely using a quick touch-up. Not too much, but a quick touch-up. Hell, if everybody dies, everybody gets super vigor. Like greater vigor. Operate Cedar, don't have her, but I just want something to do with barriers. That's all I can really say. Give like a... Don't let this penetrate defense since Alien Nav is running wild. Just let this do, like, if they have a barrier, it does, I don't know, additional damage, since we seem to have an additional damage phase going on right now. Or just better yet, she converts the barrier completely and does an additional 10,000 additional damage if they have a barrier. And if it dies from it, she gets an extra turn. Where she gets S3, I think her S3 is actually pretty great. And because it ignores effectors that have a barrier, but I think it's pretty great. Let's make Irons good. Let's take away this last line of dispel when the caster dies. Let's get rid of that. All right, D. Corvus. I want to see my man thrive again. D. Corvus had his run to shine when he was a menace, but I feel like it's time to give him the immune to movement impairing effects, like, you know, fear, stuns. You know, same thing with that Candy and them have. All right, for Fire Kane. Kane is booty cheeks. I think I'm going to say this multiple times. I think I said this multiple times, but I feel like he should honestly just be changed entirely. His S1, he only does his rock smash when he's in rage. I don't have C-litis, so I can't do the additional damage and ignore effective for the bleeder for his S1. This does decent amount of damage. I have a plus 15 for the same reason, just to mess around with him, but this is dog doo-doo. Also, he doesn't gain fighting spirit when he uses it, so it makes it really hard to get enraged naturally by himself. His S2, given lethality and immortality, is fine. Generally, every vampire has it by now. But the thing is, he gains 10 fighting spirit when somebody else, when an ally attack, if the target has a debuff. So even if they attack and they don't have no debuff, he doesn't gain this. Change this entirely. Just give him fighting spirit when somebody attacks or something like that. Or they go before. I don't know. Or increase his fighting spirit, because if they have a C-Politis, he reduced the fighting spirit. He only gave like 5 per when somebody uses a debuff. And usually by then, they usually die from debuff. Especially somebody like... I don't think it worked with Renek. I never really tried Renek, and I don't know if that counts as a debuff. But somebody like Robin and like Shuri just pops him, so he won't never get his full enrage unless you bring C-Politis to enrage. As S3, give him 50% fighting spirit, which is not going to be enough because he need 100% to get a thing, and he gave him greater attack. I feel like they should do this. That if they have a debuff and he uses S3, just like Aria, it procs his rock smash. You know, he S3s, and they have a debuff, or it kills one of the 12. He won't kill. Okay, let's put it on debuff. He'll S1, you know, and it gains additional fighting spirit from that. So he become enraged. Don't that sound good? Then whatever this character is, he's 2.5. He needed a 50 fighting spirit to start it around, since he buffs fighting spirit. So like he builds fighting. Whoever you are, who are you? I love you. This guy, they understand. Kane is dog water. Other than that, Why Young, just bring it back. Just revert her. Aria already said, let her, instead of the crit chance, either make her guaranteed crit chance or make her effect risk skills with, make her effect risk skills with her defense, since she scales with defense. Will honestly be great, because like she requires a lot of stats. Like he don't have effect res. Like he went with like a fast Aria build, so you get her S3, but 90% of the time she just get penetrated by Gileads and whatnot. and then she don't have that much HP, so I say make the effect res scales with defense, so you don't gotta go too much effect res. You probably go like effect res ring, and then everything else will go HP. For Mir, just get rid of her fire and earth at this point. Just let 2 units go before her, since we're doing additional damage. She does additional damage, like, but not the same unit. Just let 2 units go before her, and then she builds it up. Make sure this not a successful attack for additional damage. This be like Renek, where it just, if it connects, if it just hits, even if it missed, you still do the fixed damage. That would be great, since Renek doesn't need to be hit. Xeno, he's Xeno. There's not much I can really say about Brigitte, because she don't have any uses, and you rarely ever see her at all. If both S3 debuff don't land, she's useless. Very stat hungry and unreliable if you don't soul burn. Block doesn't block Arunka's buff, he's sad. Probably the worst fights I ever used. Glad I didn't Molagor. Like I say, if you miss this, it's garbage. But there's like other 40 different units that does the same thing, where her S2 increase camera ratings by 50% and then give another buff. She dispels 2. So I feel like switch this. Just put her whole S3 into the S2, that when you use S2 with somebody to gain 50% camera ratings, but also they could put bind and block on the next ability to use. So you can push up like FCC, so you get S3, or you could use like Mort, so they get feared and stuff like that. And then just change her S3 to something ridiculous. Because if this, it's a 5-turn cooldown. She's down. She doesn't even heal. Like, she doesn't even heal. She's so like, she don't have a use in PvE or PvP. Arunka, give her attack buff on her S3, make this 100% pin. Let her do something for barriers. We need more barriers. There's a lot of units that have barriers. Hell, even Daria have a barrier when she comes out. Charles, at this point, I feel like they should just make him like the shoe, the green shoe. Give his S3, when his S3 is not on cooldown, he has a counterattack. He get counterattack with 30%. Or when he S3s, he get a counterattack sense, because right now the attack and defense doesn't really do too much for him. Or it doesn't do so damage with fewer enemies. I feel like his S3 should get a whole different change. His S2 is fine. But yeah, change his S3, give him an innate counter or stuff like that, like Shu. And then he'd be great. I want to see Charles back again. He's a cool design. And then Fenris. That's all I can really say. Other than that, I think they might actually buff Basar. Just for the simple fact for barrier inversion. He haven't been seen for like unable to be buffed. That's all he does. He's kind of a very outdated character. He's really good with the unbuffable and stuff like that, but he's kind of outdated. He was used during Dizzy, but I can see that being if they have a barrier, just blow him up. Anyway, let's get a GVG and see what we can do with some characters that I think might get buffed. We might lose them all. But anyway, let's go. If GVG is up. All right, game number 1. We got Astromancer Elena, Sharoon, and we also have Bridal Simia. I don't use her very often, by the way. By the way, I do have her built, but I don't use her very often. She is on Revenge set. She has some pretty good gear, but she's on Revenge set. I should probably use her very often. But in the off chance that we do get more, I do like we have the full team, more Bridal Simia and everything. If we happen to get feared, we get cleansed off, we AoE, and we can proc this. And if we happen to get stunned, we can also proc this, proc Astromancer later. Now the thing is, Astromancer Elena is on Unity. Well, I want to say Unity, but she's on Unity because Rose Horgana, and she has about 8% effectiveness, so she's not going to land too many diva. But at least we're tanky enough to probably survive a hit. That's all I can really say. At the bottom, we got DDR Kane, and then we also have FCC. Kane is here just because I want him to do something. He is on the Lixinox Robs just for the 100% crit chance, but he needs somebody to debuff, which we brung DDR to debuff them all. I don't know if the debuff got to connect, or does it just got to, you know, be applied on them. So if we bring FCC to connect, I was like, maybe. But let's see. So we have this Adamant Shield. She is kind of fast.
Led you to despair.
I vow to stand by your side.
She had unbuffable. That's not good.
Like I promised.
Yeah, we'll just S3.
I'll stand by your side until death do us part.
Here's the good thing.
Doubt is the root of all sin.
They can now counterattack. What is an S1 this time? Still is decently hard. So I don't know if I wanted an AF3 to knock off the no bully, or I do it after she cleanse off everything. Then we get half HP, we get this all clued off, and then when we AoE again, we'll get her stuff. So
Your eyes are clouded.
hopefully she survived this long. So hopefully we put a defense break. Janky Sharoon gonna do her thing. Oh yeah, he can counterattack now. He can counterattack now.
I can't do it alone.
And then goodbye, Dragon King Sharoon. Because he want to revenge that, so we're kind of faster than the rest of the team.
I vow to
Here's the thing: since we have AOE, and I think because she used her S3, the person at back get moved up by 30%. Yeah.
I will make this moment
So hopefully she does enough damage.
unforgettable.
Only
Not enough.
through the will of
And hopefully
the
she does enough damage.
Your sins are already remembered. Let me help you atone.
Yeah. I don't think Sia without 3F is not going to be able to kill them all.
This must be another of your
I know she won't be able to. He's like, she probably would have killed Elena. I know she wasn't.
The beating of
Knowing more and his ability to heal with his S3
disturbance.
and her around is going to be able to kill. Kate is dying already. I just noticed that.
belong to me.
Do you smell that?
So we're at
Dark
S3
shroud of death is coming over.
and see if Kate actually get fighting spirit because we'll have anybody give him enraged. No, we have to connect.
You'll make an excellent specimen. A patient in need of
Don't put
treatment.
all your faith in me.
I feel like S3 would be the better choice. You know, we could S1 to provoke, but the provoke means nothing. We're going for the skill nullifier. Just to one, put more venom, and two, give a skill nullifier. Unless they counterattack here.
Wanna live? Run.
Yeah, he doesn't give 10 fighting spirit. Like, you know, his S3 give him a good chunk.
Don't you see?
How much do we? I want to see how much I kick her for.
Fit to survive.
Kane don't get stripped off, big boy. At least we got immortality on this turn, which is honestly good.
Good try. Shall we go to the land steeped in death?
Life or death. Pick your poison.
We kind of need to put her to sleep. I highly doubt she'd be able to strip off my immortality. No, she stripped off my greater attack. This is a guaranteed, you know, heal, but like I can't is useless.
Are you prepared for this?
I was like, there's no way Kane
The doctor is here.
can't, right? I would even put her to sleep.
This is only a temporary alliance. Are my sweet babies
So if we survive this additional damage, then we'd be fine. I have more faith in this team than Bridal by herself.
Do you smell that?
We do have this, and we do also have
Shall we go to the
Skill
land
nully.
steeped in
My
death?
past, regrets, and hesitation.
It won't stop the additional damage, but she's the lowest. She gets a max berry unless we, you know, get. Boop.
A conductor exerts
Okay, here's the thing. We do have one explosion valve. We gotta not get,
The breaths you take.
you know,
Oh, you'll make an excellent
not get
Run
provoked.
its course.
And we gotta stop her from doing things.
Life or death. Pick your poison.
I feel like my best go-to, since she is faster just because she's on a revenge set, she's keep her asleep. And the off chance is 15% this bottle. It's not even a 70% chance, so yeah, I don't have a soul burn. I'd rather deal additional damage on this turn. I forgot my sweet miracles. I forgot she had sweet miracles. I wasn't paying attention. That's my fault.
Unstoppable.
Okay, you probably should have hit her again.
Did I get wrong?
You got wrong because I forgot about the sweet miracles. All right, game number 2. We got Elena Litica. As you can tell, that face, we are on Elegant Candle. I like this way more than the Renewal Wheel, only because I don't have a max Renewal Wheel for the 100% chance to, you know, combat rating this. But I also like the defense break that she gives on her S2, which is actually pretty helpful because, you know, restrict, bind, and then, you know, defense break helps out. Especially now that we got Shuri, which is going to be great when we get Robin Artifact, because right now he's on Guiding Light, but he has 172 effectiveness. So if he miss a burn or something, then I'm going to be really upset. Well, he should be able to land something, right? Unless they're all effect res, but all immunity we didn't strip off. And then bottom we got Leaf. What's her name? Basarunka, that we can't play in RTA. She's sad right now. On double Unity set HP. And we also run Alien. We run the standard "Don't Touch Me" team comp, and we even put Rise of the Monarch. Let's see how well this goes. I just want to see how well this goes. Is she gonna get shot down, or is she gonna actually live?
Is it time to draw my sword?
Oh, so they got 1 immunity. So yeah, we'll see if we can put Restrict, Defense Breaker, Bind.
Return to battle.
Bloop. We didn't really move up too much.
Why choose crime?
But since she's gonna know that, she's gonna give what's it called? Invincibility on everybody. Go to S3, see who we get hit. Hopefully we hit, and we able to hit Ruel with Litica. With 172 effective, sure we should be able to. I lied. We didn't land nothing.
Make my day.
Yeah. I said, don't want to S1 to put bleeds, but I'm going to just do this. So we get minus attacked here.
So the holy war begins.
And then hopefully we drop a bomb. I was hoping she moved up the combat radius reduction from Abyssal You Fiend.
I can see why you'd want to deny reality.
So we'll do some burn. Just that burns about 1 turn. We don't have any other ignore effect res, so why not?
You ran into me. How unlucky.
Only by the will of the goddess.
What? That was a straight up 15%. But she, okay, yeah, she's resisting. I was like, she's resisting.
Don't give up.
I was like, that was a straight up 15%. I don't think we'd be able to actually do anything with this.
I don't really enjoy this.
Who will stand against me?
Okay, well, we didn't unfortunately get it, but Litica is probably
Fight
dead
the
here.
duck.
Oh, Shuri, he's light. I mean, dark.
What should I do?
Nice dually.
By any of your glorious
I don't think I can do this.
I can't believe it.
My ropes I gotta do the
I
work.
lose.
We lost because RNG decided that. So she's on Sweet Miracles. We gotta pay attention to the Sweet Miracles because when we don't, we lose. By that I mean we lose. How hard can we survive
You've already been railed in.
getting hit by all these units?
Been a while. Hera.
I'm not really worried about Riley too much. I'm more worried about the dual attack. So we're gonna see if we can get some rocket punch on her and give us a big barrier.
This world
And this barrier should be thick.
has no place for you. Over here.
Not thick. Not thick enough. I forgot about the swift actions.
Secure our victory.
I'm forgetting about a lot of people's ability.
Now.
That's with swift action, you get another turn.
I'll take care of it myself. Get out of my sight. Learn your place.
I feel like we can munch Rylet.
What a waste of time.
Double edge croissant.
Your life
Really?
means nothing.
Really?
You keep swarming.
So we got the squid off, but I don't know if that would be able to kill now. Okay, it was able to kill. I was like, if that doesn't kill, really, game? Is this how you treat me?
Assist me. Now, here we go.
So Lee should be doing just fine because
You're giving me a headache.
who doesn't like a good old revenge set with speed? Hey, we got a Unity.
Over there. I'll hurry over. I told you.
So we should just eat her.
Mine.
I'll take care of it myself.
Get rid of this additional damage before it magically, I don't know, eat me for, like, crit me as I ice shoot it.
Just a waste of my
Now we
time.
gotta stop her from doing her things.
Learn your place.
We're gonna keep the speed on us. I'm not gonna S3 because keeping the speed on us is better than, you know, this.
Primed and ready.
The additional damage. But here's the cool thing though. Revenge set.
What a waste of
Should be
time.
fast AF.
You'll never get close to me.
Leaf is popping off.
Confidence.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I was like, if he actually killed her, I think we brought Illy that, but if he actually killed her through that double edged croissant, I was like, I would have been really upset. Alright, game number 3. We got Elena, Archdemon, and we also have Akatis. I was gonna bring Senji, but we brought Akatis just to debuff the stuff and whatnot. Hopefully. And then bottom, we got Silverblade, Zeo, and then Luna. I don't know where she's gonna be placed at, but Zeo should go before her, depending on how fast she is. And then because he's there, if she's low speed, then Silverblade will go right after. The combat rating is decrease and increase. Hopefully, they both don't have immunity. Hopefully, if they do, then hopefully they survive.
The odyssey of your life.
That is a fast
I meant to bring you here.
Shadow Archdemon.
I'm just doing my part.
Alright, here's the thing. We 60% combat readiness. She is at 42, so we'll just be just above
Worry about
100.
Found you.
Now here's the thing. We're gonna have to use or see we can use it on this. Which will dual attack, or we could probably get rid of her. What's more likely to happen? 3Fs counter or constant seals. Her seal, oh, they can't counter because of her. I forgot about that. Okay, let's do this. Let's seal her because she might not have effect rest. Boop,
Is that all you've got?
boop, boop, boop. Because of that, we get this.
This one.
Okay, good.
For the finale.
For the finale. Is she on 3Fs or is she on Elbrus? If I don't see 3Fs, I'm assuming she's on Elbrus. 3Fs. Boop. Okay.
I'll go control this power.
So I'm gonna S3 to get rid of the
Plastic world
this.
is just waiting to be reshaped.
Oh, we got stealth.
Certainly. Don't let them escape.
Is she the highest attack?
Where are you?
Well, she did her job, I guess.
I desire your flesh.
3F is killing us by far. But I feel like when she takes her turn, her S3, actually, let's just kill her off now.
Surprise.
Let's just kill her off now.
So the holy war.
And then we'll drop this giant meteorite of a ability that doesn't really do much besides restrict and unkillable. But I feel like it should put like at least a burn. Can we get a counterattack, please? Can I get a counterattack, please?
I smell living
No.
creatures.
Gotta sheer resist. Can I get a counterattack, please? I know we can counterattack. They can't. I don't think we're gonna get a single counter. There we go. It's like, but I think it's too late for this now.
Can you handle this?
Especially once you get the overhead like drop on us.
A conductor.
Yes. We got one counter. That's not bad considering that we lost. Bloop.
Know this. I will return.
We will not return.
Darkness.
It's over for us.
Provide some
I thought they was gonna be on Unity.
Those who deny their fate.
I was like, there's no way they'd be on Unity. Like, so we're gonna do S3.
They get on my nerves. I've got to remove them.
We're at S1. Silverblade might be able to survive a
Your existence.
overhead chop. Oh, we didn't push her back.
What a pathetic
That's not good.
show.
Okay, we probably won't survive an overhead chop.
What do you know about me? Now that you know my secrets,
So we're gonna see if we can put a seal on him
and let you live.
to at least help us out a little bit. He got seal on one.
Make this moment
Zeal's dead. We're all dead.
unforgettable.
We lost.
I will cut you all down.
Eh.
A crack. Now, who first?
But we didn't lose entirely.
I can't.
Even though the Maya's attack is gonna be very painful for us. If we get a stun on her, she'll probably burn. Oh no! Oh, we missed 2 stuns on the 2 most important persons in this team. I'm upset about that. We lost the stun.
I didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming either. There's a lot of immortality on that team. We might have to get rid of Renak just for the simple. Well, we don't have to. But we do. Well, we can't counterattack even if I want to counter set. Let's just try this. There you go, Barunka. I expect her to fall over. But we got rid of Renak just because I don't want Elena's stats to get stolen. Like she's already 1900. Like not that. Like not doing too much.
How's this, you arrogant punk?
My arrogant punk.
Are you prepared?
I want to go for a provoke instead of a S3 skill nullifier.
Wait,
Woohoo! Unity set. Woohoo! Unity set. This works better than GVG already. Unity set 19. Okay, he probably don't have any gear, so I'm probably bully. I'll stop laughing. So since it's AoE, we're gonna push up Elena and also get free souls. And hopefully we, well, if we hit general below half, that's fine.
Return to battle.
Because by then we should.
Not. The doctor is here.
Yeah. I want an S3. Yeah. I would say I wanted to know if I wanted an S3 or S2. If I S2 gave it effective, then Elena would have got the restricted and whatnot, but it would have got cleansed off by that.
Do you smell that? That's the smell of death. Everything is going to be all right.
Only through the will of the stars do we find salvation.
They can't counterattack. I'm being greedy, but we'll just S1.
I'm not asking.
I'll say I won't be greedy this time.
temporary alliance.
After Jano will take his turn, then. Okay, she's popping off with this Unity. The Unity set is working better for her. We'll see if we can get a stun. What a soul burn. Okay. Unity is seemed to be working for her better than the rest of my. Better than well, she got Rose Organa, so increase her chance, but still. Okay, Works better than GVG.
You'll make him.
He can't dual attack, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, he can't trigger a dual attack.
Did everyone kneel before me?
Okay. Okay. He could definitely kick me in the dome, but we don't have any way to stop provoke and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure Renak is getting banned. Yeah. Well, I go with my character. I kind of needed her. No, we can put her in front. I'm not, I almost put her on the side because I completely forgot she needed to be in the front because she's usually banned. She's usually banned. Damn. I was not expecting that.
Come on. What's even the point in struggling?
So here's the thing, though.
Turning to
So she's gonna get her face stumped. That's fine by me. By what's her face?
Are you prepared for this?
We can skill okay. We're gonna skill nullify her because in the off chance that she divine pretzel sticks or Runka or Elbrus, I forgot. Oh wait, they can't counterattack. Oh, forgot they can't counterattack.
taking point.
If we do enough damage,
Dare.
I thought I told
we can protect ourselves from this. I keep forgetting that she has a ignore. You can't counterattack. It's a mort.
I don't think you did it.
We could just kill her off legitimately. We're gonna do this.
Justice at its finest.
Let's see if we can do enough damage.
You've only got yourself to blame.
Her voice line just got louder for no reason.
So the holy war begins. Your sins are
So we're gonna drop this on them. Unfortunately, we don't have a free souls at this point because Bellin is here.
Who's next?
We got to restrict. The skill of fire is great because she can't really do much, and she doesn't heal from S3. So her best bet is the S1 to heal up as much as she can.
What is the best course of action? You'll be so much more useful.
And hopefully we counterattack with Elena or dual attack and kill her off quickly as possible.
Come on. Are you the punk who chased
We're probably dead here, but still.
You dare hurt my family?
Okay, we can kill her. She don't have immortality. I think it double procced. Okay, no, it did it. But here's the thing, we're in stealth, so we take reduced damage. We have crown, so we take reduced AoE damage also. Still hurts. Still hurts. Not gonna lie, it still hurts. But we don't have any souls that guarantee dual attack. But I think Landy might have
Requesting approval.
saved us here.
Granted. Removing
There's restriction.
Shall we go to the land steeped in death?
If we get rid of her, we get rid of her. Nah. Thought so.
Ballsy, aren't we?
She has S3. We gotta hope we get a counterattack this time. She has a debuff. She has a debuff. It does additional damage to the debuff units. Perfect. Perfect. Even if we lost GVG so hard, perfect. Perfect. Oh, baby, that was amazing. Well, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this GVG. It was kind of a long video. I'm sorry about that if you guys happen to watch it through the end. Yeah, for ads, I guess. But unfortunately, I won't be live streaming like I said. I go to the doctor's this Saturday, so hopefully they say I'm good. Well, go to the doctor twice, but hopefully they say I'm good. And then I'll probably start streaming again next week. But hopefully the balance adjustment is going to be great. I'm hoping so. Anyway, see you guys around. Hope you have a fantastic day. Peace.